Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dyad and the Force. We have an awesome show as usual, hanging out with you guys here in the chat. We are going to be talking about those pesky Barris Offee casting rumors. We'll be talking about Visions, as well as the latest episode of The Bad Batch, which if you've seen it, if you know, you know. If you haven't seen it, then you're just asking for spoilers. It's okay. You can stay here. I am also going to be assaulting the Death Star right now. But yeah, we will finish up with the last qualifier, our Potent Potables. This is going to be all of these standalone projects. We're going to be testing your knowledge and to see if you want to be in the running for winning a lightsaber from Level Up Lightsabers. Can't wait. That's all happening right here on Dyad in the Force.
Unseen for generations, a Dyad in the Force.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Dyad in the Force. Shouts out to people in the chat. We have Ace Bronx, Cal4, Carter X Gaming, Gray. Hello, Gray. Harith Productions, Julia Christine. Hello, Julia. Levi Bond. Hello, Levi. Log Branch, Masa, Master2187, The Braun Win 1997, Will Forrest King, X-Core Gamer Skills. What's up? Welcome back to Dyad in the Force. Some shout outs really quickly also to some new subscribers, AJ, Inspirally, and the Braunway. The Braunway is a new, the Braun Win, sorry. The Braun Win 1997.
The Braun Win 1997. Okay, so they were on my side in the live earlier, and I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to say. I was like, the Brown Yoon? I was like, I was confused. It's my bad. My bad.
Also, welcome to Brooke and DePaul, Connor. Thank you guys for tuning in. Haley is also in a supermarket. We have a Haley in a supermarket.
We have the best community. This is awesome. Like this, I don't know.
Absolutely.
It's cool when, like, you know, with your chat, like, you want to grab a beer with each and every one of the people, except for the people that aren't 21 yet. Looking at you, Connor. But yeah, I feel like Celebration's going to be amazing this year.
Yes.
You know, young who can come out and chill.
Hello to Michael Bespali. I hope I didn't butcher that. Shivi Nix. Oh, wow. That is a great name. Shivi Nix. The Underage Club. Who is in the Underage Club? I don't want to expose anybody, but yeah, there will be a contingent of us at Celebration if we do meet up, or when we meet up. We will be exploring what is that drink called from Bloodline again?
Port in a Storm?
Yes. We will be getting some ports.
Parthian. Here.
Connor says I can legally have 1 pint in the UK. So get over here. I'm sorry, Connor, but Celebration's in Anaheim. So
Celebration was in the UK in 2016, I believe. 2017. 15 Anaheim, 16 Florida, 17 UK, 18 Chicago. I don't know why I know this, but yeah.
Doesn't hurt to know. Matthew says, I'll grab a Diet Coke. It's good. Ew.
Yeah, and also that's totally fine as well. I actually have, I believe Pep and I both have a standing invitation to grab coffee with DJO because he doesn't drink either. So
yeah. And I do say ew because, I mean, it's fine to have Diet Coke, but I prefer Coke Zero if we're going with the whole kind of like trying to be healthy soda type of vibe. Just because Diet Coke like has that like weird fake sugar taste, and then Coke Zero doesn't. I don't know. It's weird.
I'm debating something. If I committed a crime in the past over 10 years ago and I admitted to it on stream, is that wrong?
I mean, I don't know. What's the statute of limitations on it?
I don't know, but I will say I've actually have stolen something before in my life. I had a bad influence. But yeah. Basically, it was a local grocery store. We were like 16, 15. And you know, sometimes they put stuff out in front, like outside of the grocery store. The grocery store closed and left this stuff out. And yeah, me and my buddy, we rolled up and we stole some seedless watermelons and some diet soda, some diet Dr. Pepper. So yeah, that's my that's my crime spree. And I didn't get to. It was all for him. You know, his little sister's diabetic, so he grew up only drinking diet soda. So yeah, that's what was his jam.
Well, I mean,
I got one seedless watermelon out of the whole thing.
I mean, that's more respectable than most people's shoplifting. Their experience with shoplifting Sharpies and nice ballpoint pens from like Staples or Office Depot.
Oh, so some people's. I got you.
Your boy got a seedless watermelon and some soda. So he was.
Listen, I've always been a rebel. We rebel. That's what rebels do, you know?
Yeah. Bad boy Brandon, #alliteration from Connor. Coke Zero is the same as Pepsi Max, just different brands. I agree. I prefer.
They're both bad.
I prefer Perrier. I prefer Perrier from Montreal. No, it's not from Montreal. It's from. It's from a French story. I don't know. It doesn't say. But I prefer sparkling water. You get that fizz. You get water.
Sorry guys, I'm just looking at Suki sleeping in like a ray of sun, and it's adorable.
Oh, I do have to make an announcement for anybody who wants to support the show. So I did have some anime on this channel that I fan subbed. Long story short, they didn't like that, so they disabled monetization. That's why I have the pinned message to support the show through Streamlabs. So if you do want to throw some in for ramen, that's what that's for.
Jedi_Master_DePaul transferred $10 worth of ramen.
And
dropping some love. Yub nub for life.
And just like that, the Jedi DePaul dropped some ramen love, $10. Thank you so much, DePaul. You're always swinging by and dropping some mad love. Yeah. This is the situation right now. I cannot monetize anything. So support the show if you want to through that Streamlabs link. Hopefully sooner rather than later, we'll have the super chats back up and running, and I'll be able to, resume as normal. But in any case, thank you again, Master DePaul. And yeah, that's a small, brief little announcement. Our first topic for today's show that a lot of people have talked about throughout the week has been this rumor spreading that started from Illuminati, which is, it's a huge change of pace.
No, it's not the most top tier source.
But it
was interesting, so we wanted to talk about it.
But yeah, it is a change of pace from like sourcing Doomcock and all the other YouTubers. Yeah.
I always joke that I could take a dump on a round piece of paper, and my poop clock would tell time more accurately than Doomcock or Mike Zero. And so it's a much more reliable source than that.
Thank you, Ghost Phase Kai, for subscribing. He found a lightsaber. I would like, if you want to, you can post what kind of lightsaber it was. So Illuminati reports that Barriss Offee is set to return in the Ahsoka Disney Plus TV show. And the logline says, for the show, Ahsoka Tano is on the hunt for evil Grand Admiral Thrawn in the hope it will help her locate the missing Ezra Bridger, the young Jedi that disappeared with Thrawn many years ago. And the report says, if I could find it here. Let me just switch over to the actual source and fix this window.
Yeah, I mean, the source largely comes from casting news.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know if there's any extra things that weren't reported in here, but you know, we still we still don't know. But this would be awesome news because, you know, I pulled a clip from Star Wars Celebration 2015 from a panel that I actually got to attend, which is awesome. But where Dave Filoni talks about Barriss Offee's story. Originally, they had planned for her to have unalived herself with the same nanobots in her cell, and Dave said no because there's more story to tell. Yeah. And one of the interesting things was that, you know, what she said, Ahsoka knows isn't wrong. Now, how Barriss Offee responded to it was horrible and wrong. But her sentiment is very much true, and so that's one of the things that's kind of stuck with Ahsoka. I would love to see them meet up again, talk, maybe resolve some of this stuff, because I don't think either of them would have pent up anger or aggression toward one another, considering how everything played out.
Yeah. I squarely land on the fact that this is a misdirect. So the report says that they're looking to cast Barriss Offee as a lead character in her 20 to 30s. And they're looking to cast an Asian woman for the role. The reason I say this is a misdirect, and Julia is on the right track here. Barriss, as a Padawan, she was in her she was a teenager.
Because it was Sabine. Barriss is older than Barriss is older than Ahsoka.
Right, and by the time at which this Ahsoka show is taking place,
Cal transferred $10 worth of ramen. Emergency ramen reservation fund. Keep our dyad well fed. Cheers, gentlemen.
Well,
Black don't crack.
So, Cal just transferred $10 worth of ramen. I know you can't hear these alerts, but ramen reservation, emergency ramen reservation squad. I'm gonna have to look this up on another window, but yeah, thank you, Cal, for that donation. I should have this window open. But continue, Choco.
Yeah. And I mean, so and both of us covered news of this because it was just big and it was interesting, and there was just things to talk about and like that, those resolved issues. But reading, the entire source and everything, it really does sound like it was more aimed towards bringing on a Sabine rather than anyone else. I mean, Barriss Offee was a Jedi Knight, at that point in time, when she left the Order. She had already been knighted. She was about 21 years old, so she would be 4 to 5 years older, and it would be odd to cast someone younger than Rosario Dawson. However, we know how the entertainment industry is with it's women that they cast. We know in the MCU they had a relationship between Hulk and Scarlet Witch, despite him being like 50. Like, so yeah, they do cast me young. We'll see. But
Also, I want to shout out X-Core Gamer Skills and DePaul, since they're dropping a lot of support. DePaul and X-Core has a podcast, Conspiracy Cantina, on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. So go check those guys out as well. Also, our weekly shout out to Brooke, Far Far Away Factory on Etsy. Let's take a look really quickly.
ooh,
Let's take a look really quickly. Is this her? It is Brooke. There's Brooke. Oh, look at that Captain America shirt. Some Loki stickers. Lula earrings? Oh my gosh, she's like right on top of it. She also does custom jackets and stuff and shoes. Oh my gosh, look at these shoes. Not currently taking new orders, but dang, that looks incredible. And oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, she makes some awesome stuff. Again, though, I will be checking out the next Conspiracy Cantina. I've been meaning to. I just never knew exactly when it aired or if it was a live or only recorded. So I'm excited to check it out.
Joseph Bennett, thank you for the sub. Welcome to Squadron 7, and let me know what kind of lightsaber you just found. Let's see here. Oh, I was going to read Cal's donation. Emergency ramen reservation fund. Keep our dyad well fed. Cheers, gentlemen. Cheers to Cal for that. And to Paul, dropping some love. Yub nub for life. Absolutely.
Yep, nope. E-chop, what? Nope.
Yes, Brooke, you deserve it. We're happy to support and let everybody know about this community's efforts to, be creative and create content, because this movement's all about everybody in the community and not just us, right? And so we're bringing everybody with us. And the more of us there are, the louder our voices become, and
Yep, this is the end of Rise of Skywalker. We're all gonna show up at I mean, I think Exco is like Mike Zero's channel or something. I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
but we're gonna show up and we're gonna take back Star Wars.
Yeah. So going back to this report, I think it's a misdirect, and I think it is largely to cast for Sabine, because Sabine is the first person you want to cast for Ahsoka. She left with Ahsoka to search for Ezra Bridger. She is with her in the story right now. So I don't know why they would be casting some like ancillary character outside of Sabine first and foremost for the show.
Not only that, but it being Asian casting. Now, we both live in the United States, so I will apologize for our friends over in the UK and stuff, because over here there is colloquially a separation between like Middle East, like Eastern people from the Middle East, and is that Eastern Asia,
Southeast Asia, or just main Asia?
Yeah, just I really feel like if they were going to be casting for her, they would want someone from a Middle Eastern descent. I've always read her as like Lebanese, specifically.
Kind of like Depa Billaba, right?
Well, she reminds me of my ex-girlfriend, so I could be biased on it, but I just don't see them. It's possible, but the casting doesn't quite line up.
B_Dazzler transferred $10 worth of ramen. Thank you for all of the far away factory love.
First of all, I have to put these alerts on somewhere else because they're not. That's not a good spot for them. Let's see here. Let's do this. Let's do that. And transition to that. While we're there, thank you to
also, if you do
Brooke.
Brooke is the best. And if you actually want to see more Brooke, she was on High Ground podcast last week.
Yes, thank you to Brooke for
amazing.
transferring $10 worth of ramen. Thank you for all of the Far, Far Away Factory love. You are very much welcome. Or you're very, very welcome. Not very much welcome. We're gonna shout it out every single week. We need people to support the people in our community. And likewise, thank you for the return support as well.
Also, you can always check out All New Nerds. That's Levi Bond. He's in the chat. His channel, All New Nerds. They also put up some great content as well.
Yes. Corellia Coffee Works, as always, on TikTok. Julie Christine on TikTok. Everybody in this chat is a creator. So just take their
Drew
names
H.
and see and search.
Drew H is Hammy the Man. He's
yeah.
one of the other people that I very much enjoy disagreeing with. We always have great discussions. Yeah, this is cool.
And I also saw a chat message here from someone who was throwing shade at my Chrome background. I mean, what do you have against Dreamcatcher? What do you have against these girls? They're beautiful, make great music. I mean, my whole entire desktop is Star Wars, but I gotta have something spicy, right?
I mean, I think they're more concerned because it was not Satele Shan.
I mean, I've got statues of her in my stronghold.
Say no more, please. No, when you said Dreamcatcher, I immediately thought of the 2003 film, which was directed by Lawrence Kasdan, based off of Stephen King. I actually really enjoyed that movie, but it's weird. It's weird.
Do you have a Chrome background, or is it just like the regular Chrome, Google.com?
Yeah, I don't on this computer. I never actually made one.
A Satele Shrine. I do have a Satele Shrine on my stronghold with one little small statue dedicated to Lana Beniko, but you know, I mean, I guess the distribution percentage of that love is like 90-10. A Ghostface with the sacrilege over here, Avar greater than Satele. I mean, there's a bigger chance we might get an Avar in live action, so
I'm just watching you think of like, hey man, you might be right. So watch your mouth.
If we get an Avar in live action, that might change. Yes.
Happily married. No shrines over here for me. Although my wife is a Korea boo, so. Yeah.
Has she seen Vincenzo?
She has I can't get into Korean dramas and K dramas and stuff myself, but
you should.
I have too. I would. I know I would. That's why I don't. I can't. It's just like I don't smoke crack because I know I'll get addicted. That's not why, but
we've been derailed. So we think it's Sabine, right? This is definitely Sabine. 20s and 30s. She was 24 at the end of Rebels. And then that was, according to Women of the Galaxy, I could pull it out. According to Women of the Galaxy, that was 5 years after Endor. Which is not 5 years after Endor. It was 5 years after The World Between Worlds, which was 5 ABY. which puts Sabine at 24, and by Mando, which is 3 years.
Ghostface_Kai transferred $5 worth of ramen. I think we can all agree the Dyad is top tier.
27. Yes, there's a notification that I was waiting for. I don't just randomly freeze.
Buffering.
Yeah. I wish I had like that in like a StreamYard like sizzle where it's just buffering and I'm just like. But thank you, Ghostface Kai, for the 5.
Display for the Bad Batch. No. So, speaking of which, we're thinking about Visions a lot, and we're getting a sneak peek here coming up soon. But what exactly are we looking for? What are you wanting to happen? What do you think, Pep? Element.
Say that again, because I was in the middle of reading Kai's. I think we can all agree the Dyad is top tier. Thank you very much. So what was your what did you just posit just now?
No, so I mean we talked about Barris and how it's likely going to be Sabine, but kind of moving forward into talking about Visions. What is it that you are wanting to see? Both Element 7 and myself are big fans of anime. This is a project that is super excited for, and we're going to be getting a sneak preview here coming up soon, and we want to jump out ahead of it and what we want to see.
So Visions is having a sneak peek at the Anime Expo Lite. It's going to be a virtual panel on July 3rd. We will be going live afterwards to talk about it, of course, on Dyad in the Force. It's going to be with host Chastity Vicencio, Jackie Lopez, James Waif, Josh Rhimes, Cubic Pictures, and co-executive producer Justin Leach, and Kanako Shirasaki. Which brings Visions back to the forefront here in terms of like mindshare. There's so much that we can get from Visions. I've had so many excuse me, I've had so many pitches in my head for a Visions episode.
Well, what are people in the chat like? Are you guys into anime at all? And if so, what could you see from Visions? Do you want to see something that's like My Hero with Star Wars, something that's like Ghost in the Shell with Star Wars? Like what is your guys' dream project?
Yeah, of course, first and foremost, the first thing that comes to mind with Visions is the Dawn of the Jedi. I feel like we can finally get a canon version of Dawn of the Jedi. We'll see some, aliens and humans and people from all over the galaxy answering Thoyor's call and creating that first Jedi temple on Tython. And I think that's something that everyone will enjoy because we all want to see swords.
That would be really cool for sure. I am very curious if we may be getting some form of adaptation for Edge of Balance. That being the first original manga. Like we've done Star Wars mangas before, but this one is an original one, meaning it's not an adaptation from another property. I'm curious if this could be one of the things that we might see animated.
Man,
what do you think?
I think there's definitely potential for it to be animated. There's potential for a lot of things to get the anime treatment. Because could you imagine getting like certain High Republic short stories animated, like Race to Crash Point Tower, or even like small sections of Into the Dark or Light of the Jedi, where we could get short, isolated stories from these bigger stories, animated into short films. That would be amazing. And we have so many like Western cowboy sort of flavors in Star Wars that, with Cad Bane, which we'll talk about later in the show, with Cad Bane and cowboys, we don't have a samurai analog for like Jedi or Sith. Like, I really want a samurai anime that is all about Star Wars, or like a Mandalorian bounty hunter type of samurai, or even like Ty Yorick, a sellsword that's just
don't tempt me.
A sellsword that's just a samurai.
You're absolutely right. We also have that upcoming project that's just called Ronin.
Mm-hmm. And so now you
But
remind me there, and now I don't even know if that's a want, if that's just what we're gonna get.
And I don't know if Lucasfilm is playing 3D chess with us or not. But what if that's the reason why they made a big deal about bringing the 2003 Clone Wars back to Disney Plus? Now, of course, that's Genndy Tartakovsky. I can't say his name. Can you say it?
Huh?
It's technically not anime, but that's the guy that did Samurai Jack, and it's close enough. And we could get the same type of flavor going forward, because we know how popular that 2003 Clone Wars adaptation was, and how it sparked the universe.
Tartakovsky.
Yes.
I just looked it up live. It's okay.
I can't. Yeah, I'm bad with
that. Yeah, I think. X-Core Gamer Skills says in the chat, Samurai, Ronin, Jedi, Ninja Scroll. Yeah. That would be awesome if there was a Jedi just called Jubei Kibagami. That is a great Jedi name. Jedi Master Jubei Kibagami. We're in there, folks. Visions is gonna be awesome. We're gonna see a lot of things. I'm hoping for Dawn of the Jedi, a Samurai Ronin story. And I would love to see Ahsoka in an anime form, in some way, shape, or form. Maybe a story from the book.
I want, I've talked about this before, I would love to see specifically General Grievous's origin. I feel like anime is the best. I want to see a warrior who is capable but not necessarily respected, and thinks that becoming a greater warrior is the way to get respect, and it never is. And as he continues down this course and loses himself to this and starts getting these modifications and all this stuff, even when he joins the Separatists, he still gets no respect from Count Dooku or from Sidious. Because he's not a Force wielder. He's achieved the height of what any non-Force sensitive person could ever do, and is still seen as nothing. I think his story might, like, they could make a heartbreaking Grievous story, I think. And I would like to see it, and I think anime styling would be the best way of telling that story.
Yeah. We have some answers in the chat. Haley says, my friends are excited for Visions because it means I will finally watch anime. Haley, hit me up. We'll get you started on some anime that I think you'll enjoy. Let's not wait until Visions to get you into it, okay? Okay. X-Core Gamer Skill says a Wayseeker show would be cool, Ninja Scroll style. Absolutely. Harriet says Visions is going to be my first anime as well. Look, can we like solve this? Can we get you guys to watch at least one anime before Visions, just so you know what you're getting into.
I just saw Levi Bond say Jedi Master Revolver Ocelot. Big Metal Gear fan myself.
Absolutely.
No, I need a Jedi called Jedi Master Chocoretto.
Chocoretto? Das Chocolate. No, wouldn't it? I think it would be easier to be Das Choco.
Yeah.
Maybe a Jedi or a Sith called Darth Otacon. Oh, that sounds awesome.
Badass.
Darth Otacon. Oh man. Let's see, a Mandalorian history anime. That's how they could get me into anime. Julia, come on. Actually,
Julia seems the most primed to love anime of any person I've ever met, like ever.
Julia would love Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone.
She would love Fruits Basket as well, but Dr. Stone is highly educational. It's about science, and there are some historian anime out there as well that you would absolutely love. I don't know. People think that to get into anime, you have to watch the most popular anime series like Naruto and My Hero. But sometimes there's anime series out there that is just your flavor. And it's not popular, but it would get you into anime. It would be subject matters that you would love.
Yeah. When people say anime, they think of shonen anime specifically. There's so much outside of just, people punching each other, right? There's so much available, and I feel like I'm gonna have to watch something with Julia.
Yeah.
and get her started.
If you guys haven't seen Dr. Stone, you should watch that with her. Bronwyn says, what about Embo? I'm assuming you mean Embo. I would love an anime with Embo too, where he's farming. Did I trigger you?
I love me some Embo. He is the GOAT.
Yeah, he's top 2 for me. No, tied for first. Cat and Embo are my top bounty hunters.
Now, Ghostface Kai says, did Quinlan survive the purge? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did. And if we could also get an anime version of Quinlan Voss post-purge, I think that would also be, I would be okay. Because in every single project I know you've been outwardly saying it, I've always been saying it myself as well. I hope Quinlan shows up. I'll be okay if he never shows up, if he gets his own anime of showing himself as a Jedi who was unorthodox already, but has the tools. Because of being unorthodox, he has the tools to survive out there without the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
He's highly independent, highly capable. But not only that, but he's so much more complex. He's has fallen in love, and he has fallen to the dark side, and he has been redeemed, and then the Order ceased to exist immediately after being brought back. He has a complicated relationship with everything at this point in time, and having him kind of be a Ronin as well just kind of would be amazing. I think he would be so good as a sellsword.
Now I'm thinking about a show where Quinlan is like a samurai noir detective, sort of like a Ronin detective, and he's using psychometry. But one of the cases where he uses psychometry gives him visions of Dark Disciple, and we get some of Dark Disciple animated in anime, particularly that one scene. But I don't want make people cry right now, so I I won't be specific with it. But you know, if you know.
You know?
Julia says, every show title you've mentioned sounds like you made it up. Nope. That's just how anime sounds.
I mean, psychometry was made to solve murders. Yeah, he's got to be like some type of just a wandering like person for hire that someone was kidnapped. This is in this weird time where the empire is rising and they're not very helpful. Or they are the perpetrators themselves, but they are kind of above the law. Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Did anyone ever find Jocasta News Hidden Academy? Luke did. Luke found a lot of lost stuff. I forget if it was the one on Ossus or somewhere else.
The Knights of Ren also found it.
Yes. But Luke found a lot of different ancient artifacts. In Star Wars 2020, he found Elfrona. No. He found Elfrona in Knights of Ren, and in Star Wars 2020, he found I forget where he found it, but he found a yellow lightsaber from the High Republic, from that temple from there. I don't remember where it was from, but he's found a lot of lost outposts and lost academies and libraries.
I mean, he's had to.
Yeah.
How else is he gonna learn stuff?
Just keep going back to Obi-Wan's first lesson. Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them.
And I love, like, Luke as a Jedi. He has the greatest Jedi glow up of all time.
Yeah.
Because we see him, and I'll talk to people in the comment section. They're like, "Oh no," but there was years before Empire Strikes Back, and for him to teach him something. You're like, true. And we saw how much he learned. It was very little.
Yeah.
What we see when he see him start to train, it was very little. And then he left after a short period of time and hadn't mastered anything. So in the next year that we're reading in Star Wars 2020, he became proficient in mind tricks, in saber combat, in force chokes, and like all types of abilities. And not only that, but he matured a lot. He had a different personality, and most importantly, his fashion sense really got an upgrade as he's strutting around in his Chanel boots.
Yeah.
I think he has the greatest Jedi glow up. He spent, after he got advice from Yoda, he spent a year on his own and came back a glorified diva. Hey, Beth is in the chat. Sorry, I didn't see her before. I got excited.
She is. Luke's Chanel boots are literally the epitome of a glow up. I agree. Levi Bond says, I thought Luke's yellow blade was a temple guard's. He found it on Tempest, by the way, where the Grand Inquisitor's soul was imprisoned. Well, no, they say
specifically imprisoned there, but
yeah, they say specifically that it is a High Republic lightsaber, though. Whether it's a temple guard, it's neither here nor there. But Luke's been around. He's been around the block. He's found all kinds of things.
Man. Now we, with 15 minutes left, I feel like we have more than 15 minutes worth of.
We do. Yeah. So really quickly, why don't we start collecting some Mad Lib stuff?
Souls. Oh.
Oh, I do have this quick quiz if you want to take it. Let's go here really quickly. Which Star Wars dad are you? And we can take it together with the chat really quickly. Here is the link. And you could take it as well, Choco. I'll just be answering it for myself. How would you describe your parenting style? Gruff, compassionate, hands-off, protective. I want to say compassionate. But I'm like all of these things. There are some things that I want to be hands-off with. I don't know about gruff, though.
Yeah, I can't be any of those things but compassionate. It's I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What gift would you want to receive for Father's Day? A grill, something handmade, something to wear to work, time spent together. It's always
How
time
is
spent
grill
together.
spelled?
Huh?
For my people, a grill can be multiple things. If she got me some, if I had a daughter, she bought me some like gold teeth. That'd be cool.
It's always time spent together for me. I value that stuff more than gifts.
Mine would be something handmade. I do value the time more, but as you know, something I can hold on to forever.
That's true.
Kind of makes my heart go pitter patter.
I mean, you can always, if I could mix the two answers, time spent together and something to remember them by. What gift would you actually receive for Father's Day? A card, camping trip, stress, a hug? Probably stress. Most likely stress. I'm not even trying to front here. Stress.
I'm feeling I'm actually feeling a camping trip now, and that's just because that's something my family always did that I really enjoyed. Even though, and it's funny because my dad hated camping, and he's just like, "Oh my god, we're gonna pay money to go sleep outside." Like we'd go with a bunch of friends, and they would all have like tents and stuff like that, and he would rent like a camper. And we would have like a kitchen and all this. But those memories stuck with me, and then like, you know what? If it's fun, I'd be planning it myself. Yeah.
So we got some we got some results from the chat so far. X-Core Gamer Skills got Han Solo. Ghostface Kai got he's just saying laugh my ass off Choco. He didn't get Choco. Brooke got Choco, Daddy Bale.
I'd be impressed and concerned.
Yeah. Julia Christine got Bale as well. Model UN being an option for what your kid is into is literally my headcanon for Corky. You need to watch anime. Levi got Bale. Okay. Cal got Din. And Harith got Hunter. So let me continue with this. What Star Wars location would you choose for your next vacation? What the hell? Ord Mantell, Mustafar, Corellia, or Sorgan? I'd probably go to Sorgan. I mean, wilderness. I would hate to go to like the other places. Unless it's before, like Mustafar before that happened,
or after.
Yeah.
No, but I actually chose Ord Mantell because if in the Old Republic, there are parts of it where there's like, beaches and stuff. There's a lot of war happening, but I assume that's not going to be happening at the right time.
Yeah. I'd like to amend my answer to Sorgan with Omera. Corellia was the only other one I could consider. Ghostface Kai chose Mustafar. He likes volcanoes. Okay. That's a vacation, isn't it?
It's like I love dinosaurs. Like Ankylosaurus is my favorite. I don't want one. I don't know.
What hobby would you like your kid to be interested in? Fixing cars, fishing, art, cooking. Honestly, I'm gonna go with art, just because. What about you? Did you go ahead?
I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
I did go ahead. I chose cooking, though. I did choose cooking. I did get my answer at the end. It says, "You're Anakin Skywalker."
Oh, wow.
That's just not what I expected.
F in the chat, please.
I feel like as a father, he was unbalanced. He failed.
Yeah. DePaul says, "Isn't cooking a skill, not a hobby?" That's true. Everyone should know how to cook. I have a friend that
a skill can be a hobby, though.
Yeah.
Camping is also a hobby, but a skill.
But I have a friend that only knows how to cook eggs, and I feel sorry for them. It's like...
I love cooking. I love it. It's so much fun.
Absolutely. Although lately I have been ordering a lot, which is sad.
Well, I also love eating, so cooking and eating go hand in hand. So, yeah.
Eating is the hobby, cooking is the skill. So what would you kid actually get interested in? Snacking? Oh, well. Probably racing cars. Probably racing cars. If your car was a Star Wars ship, which one would it be? A TIE Fighter, the Marauder, the Razor Crest. See, the Marauder and the Razor Crest are both minivans at this point. Right?
What do you drive, Bob?
I used to drive an electric Honda Fit EV. But luckily, the lease ran out right as the pandemic started, so I was like, here are the keys. So I don't need it. I did previously drive a Honda Prelude. So
H22.
Yes.
H22.
And I don't know. What would that be in this equation?
Same as my current car. Because I've also been all over the place. I had a car that I do believe is the Millennium Falcon in my past, right? That was my Subaru Legacy wagon. It was 1992, so it was old. And it was a wagon, so it looked like beat up. But that thing was heavily modified. Up pipe, down pipe, bigger turbo, exhaust, headers,
Wow. Same exact
air controller, boost controller, and
okay.
That thing was fast. So that was a Millennium Falcon because it looks like garbage, and you were like, the garbage will do, but it moves. That was my old car.
That was almost a Dyad moment because I had full exhaust, up pipe, down pipe, short ram intake, cold air intake, in my Prelude. I didn't have the controllers in there, but
I had a controller. So one time, like my controllers, I didn't have them permanently mounted because I wanted to be able to pull them off, toss them in the glove box, and have the car look stock. With the exception of the boost meter that was in my A-frame. But one time I threw it in there, and all of a sudden my car just dies. And I'm like, what happened? And I started again, and it dies. And I started, and I have to give it a bunch of gas. Turns out, when I threw it into the glove box, it hit the buttons in an on mode, and it made its own profile where it was giving myself like negative 50% fuel, so it couldn't idle.
Oh god!
And I didn't realize it was like, yeah, it was just funny.
So I chose the Razor Crest. Because the Fit EV that I had was a killer city car, city driver. It only got like 90 miles per charge, but so what? And it had enough room to drive a lot of people around. What's your favorite type of Star Wars game? Role playing. What did you choose? Role playing?
That was a question? I don't recall that.
Wow. You just blazed through this quiz and you didn't pay attention to the answers. Or maybe there's different answers for different people.
Like, I had video games as an answer, but there was nothing that said like, I don't know, maybe I'm having a stroke or something. I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah. Star Wars mentor. Qui-Gon Jinn for sure.
Same.
Star Wars film to watch this weekend.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. I'm Bale. To
Dang
you,
it.
family is more than a bloodline. Your friends are as good as family to you, and you've become something of a leader among them, but you would go to great lengths to help a stranger if you thought it was the right thing to do. Your child has a strong moral compass thanks in part to your example. Lots of Bales.
So you're Dominic Toretto. Gotcha.
Family. It don't matter if you're winning by an inch or a mile. Family's family. Apple crates. So that takes care of that. Do we want to do our Mad Libs or save it for next week because we're running out of time?
Let's save it for next week.
Does anyone in the chat want to discuss Bad Batch really quickly? Cad Bane is back. Nala Se and Lamasu having hired a couple of different bounty hunters, I guess.
Sorry, I just like Lamase Namasu Namakusa. Lamase Namasu. It's
I mean,
it works.
let's give 10 minutes to Bad Batch really quickly. What do you think? I mean, what do you think is going to happen next? I know we discussed it a lot on your impromptu live yesterday, but let's try to go deeper into this.
No, absolutely. I mean, obviously, the next thing that they have to do is Hunter has to heal up, right? Because he did sustain some damage. So Hunter is hurt. Crosshairs is hurt. We don't know what has been done, but we do know that the Empire did have access to the Marauder. You think they put anything to help cloak him? Or to help, not cloak him, opposite of the cloak him, to help follow him? And you think they were able to do anything that Tech wouldn't immediately notice? We don't know if they'll have an ability to try and follow them. But the next obvious thing is they're going to go back to Sid. And two things are going to happen. One, Tech has the data from the computer that he got. Not necessarily the stuff that Omega was trying to get, but he got his own stuff. Maybe he got that other data as well. And they already said that they had the potential to be more valuable than any of the other stuff. So they're going to be out of debt.
Interesting.
And they're going to use that to leverage themselves into arranging a meeting with Fennec Shand. Because they need to be able to take her down and figure out who hired her. Because whoever hired her is going to lead them back to Omega. That's what's going to happen next. Julie Christine, Omega thinks Hunter is dead. Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe.
That's.
We know he was taken down. But yeah, I think it's going to lead to some interesting things. Another thing, I'm actually going to be putting out a video on it. So if you see the video, if you see that I made a video, please go give me some likes and comments and stuff. But
yes,
I actually think that we are going to see the duel between Boba Fett and Cad Bane.
I don't think so in the Bad Batch now.
Maybe not in the Bad Batch, but Cad Bane specifically talked about how many clones he's taken down, how easy it is for him to take down clones. Hunter's like, I'm going to be different, and he's like, doubt it.
That's one of those moments when you're watching it and you're like, there's nothing you can do, Hunter. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But that's him saying that is the reason I think we need to see him have that same conflict with Boba Fett to show that Boba Fett is not an average clone. He is more than a cut above the rest. I think we're gonna see it. Maybe not in the Bad Batch, but I would love to see. I would still love to see Boba involved. If he finds out that he has a sister. So you have a sister. Because she's gonna be the closest thing that he has, and I don't know.
Mara J says, I want to discuss why Cad Bane's hat is smaller in the Bad Batch than in the Clone Wars because he doesn't seem like the type to downsize in that regard. Do you think their duel actually happened and he dented Boba's and he shot his hat and no one died in that duel?
I can't.
Well, there has to
bravado, be. Yeah, he could have said what he said, but
we still have the dent.
All the time.
He does, but we still have to explain the dent on Boba's helmet since that
also
deleted
the one
scene.
On his crotch.
Mm-hmm. The deleted scene's not canon, so since Cad Bane is alive, that means that scene either didn't happen or did happen, and like there was a change in outcome. Because who else dented Boba in the helmet? Who else could have? Right? Cad's probably the number one choice for someone who could theoretically defeat or one-up Boba in a quick draw. I honestly, from the beginning, didn't even think Boba could defeat Cad Bane in a quick draw.
No, but that's actually something that Dave Filoni talked about how Cad Bane actually was trying to mentor Boba for a while, because there was always this conflict over who's the greater bounty hunter, Jango or Boba, and they never were able to resolve that. So, Cad Bane did kind of there was supposed to be an arc that showed that mentoring, and that would end in that duel. I feel like a lot of what we've been getting has been sort of a reclamation project for unfinished Clone Wars things that we've been seeing in other things.
Yeah. Well, I think if we're going to get a Cad Bane or a Boba Fett rematch, it's going to happen in Book of Boba Fett. I think Cad Bane showing up in the Bad Batch has a lot to do with setting up things for Book of Boba Fett, because it's slated to come in to Disney Plus in Christmas, right? And so if we're leading straight into it, we're gonna see Boba Fett at some point in the Bad Batch. This story is gonna lead into, and I'm pretty sure because I do believe Tamara Morrison said in a recent interview that we're going to be seeing what he's been up to since Empire, and then some flashbacks to earlier stuff, and who knows? We may get to see, things leading from the Bad Batch time period. If anyone else wants to chime in on the Bad Batch discussion, we can as we play this qualifier. But it is time to join up for our final qualifier for the Dyad Trivia Tournament. Win this level up lightsaber. This will be the final one. Next week there will not be one. We will be gathering our resources, gathering our research material, and building up the final quiz, in which that will be the entire show that weekend with our guest, Master Alan. And that's going to be a rough quiz for you guys. It's going to be rough. We're aiming for every single person to have to guess every single answer. This isn't going to be like who shot first. So get ready. You can still play if you've already qualified. You just, we're just not going to count you in the standings.
Yeah, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, you are welcome to join in.
So again, this is Solo, Rogue One, The Mandalorian, and Resistance. Every single answer, Levi. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. We're of course gonna have some things that maybe someone will know, but we're really trying here to kind of level the playing field and go for things that not your typical person would typically know, and they would have to look up. We would have to look up. Me and Choco, we would fail this quiz that we're aiming to make really badly.
But basically, the goal is to make a quiz that Star Wars Explained would have trouble with. That's the goal.
Okay, guys, it's time to join. We'll start a 5-minute timer. Oh, we have this playing twice now? Gotcha. I can pause this. All right. The pin is 3445128. 3445128. I will be waiting 5 minutes to start this quiz, and each question will have a 10-second buffer in between. So whenever I shift to the leaderboard, be ready for that for the next question.
Yes, and as always, we want to be able to do this the best we can. We try to do this so that you guys can have fun, and just so we always want to make sure, like, we're gonna be quicker at switching in between questions because we got that feedback from you. We always value the feedback because we want this to be as fun as possible for you guys. So yeah, everyone join. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a good one.
We're fully expecting Levi Resistance to be a definitive weakness for a lot of people. I do highly encourage a lot of all of you to go watch it. There's only 2 seasons. It's not a big uptake, and it does get good after 6 episodes. So if you have the patience for that, then you have the patience to watch Resistance and add that to your holocron of knowledge at the very least. And yeah. Gray, the pin is 3445128. It is on the screen right now, if you can see. 3445128. Master2187 says, I've watched most of Resistance. Yeah.
I really loved season 2 of Resistance. Like, I watched season 2 in one night.
Yeah.
My body wouldn't let me go to bed.
It was definitely a slow starter for me, just basically because the beginning of the show felt like Saved by the Bell until they started branching out and traveling the galaxy and taking the Colossus out of that place. You really it felt like what are they up to today? And I didn't really like that. There was no room for narrative based in one location. It's Star Wars. You have to go across the galaxy.
It took a while before the spy narrative really took over.
Yeah.
But when it did, it worked.
Connor asked, what flavor vape you got today? Flavors don't change. It's either Fruit Loops. It's either Fruit Loops or Frosted O's. I don't know. I don't know the analog to Frosted O's. Or Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I love cinnamon.
I mean, there's a cereal that's just called O's. O-H''S. Have you had that before?
Is that the great value of Cheerios?
No. O's is one of my favorite cereals of all time. I'm a huge Captain Crunch dude myself. I feel like Element, I feel you would enjoy O's. Next time you see it, get it. It is the greatest cereal of all time, my opinion.
I shall.
Is Captain Crunch. I know it's gonna be blasphemous, without Crunch Berries, mixed with O's.
Who is Juntao?
I was curious if you would figure out who I was.
That is the first name that I saw. All right, 2 minutes.
Junto!
What is 2 minutes? We're gonna get started in 2 minutes.
20 million in 20s. 10 million in 10s. You want any fives with that?
So if you haven't joined already, the pin is 3445128. We'll be starting in a minute and a half, a little less than that now. So join up. This is our final qualifier, the final chance to qualify. Although a lot of names on this quiz has qualified already, which I am extremely impressed and proud of.
Not me trying to message Element 7 privately what O's are, because I love the cereal so much. I need him to find it.
Oh. I mean, that is an apropos reaction to that. Oh. Okay. I will definitely try it out. You have my word. Okay. 20 seconds left, guys. If you are not
If
in...
what you say is true,
then you have earned
you will
my
have
trust.
my trust.
10 seconds left. If you are not in, I apologize.
Actually, you know what? I have a random question. And this goes for the chat as well. I'm terrible with voice work. Element 7, you can do impressions and other people's voice and stuff like that. I haven't challenged myself. Oh, we're already starting the quiz.
Yes. I did say 10
Give
seconds.
me a voice and I will learn it. And I will try it next week. If you guys can pick a voice for me to try to learn.
Oh, okay.
Bonus. In the Bad Batch, what creature is the Zygerian slaver riding on Pantora? Is it a Brazak, Zillo, Kiradak, or a Dubak?
Dubak strikes back. Do strikes back.
You the Dubak? Never mind. I didn't say that. Shut up.
The answer was Brazak. I too once thought it was a Zillow on the trailer reaction. Of course, that was no points. That was just a bonus question. The Bad Batch is way too recent for us to quiz people on.
All right, double pointer. Yes, we have double pointers. Solo, on what planet/moon is the Naval Academy Han Solo is sent to? Was it Edu? Was it Valo? Was it Karita? Or was it Savarine?
The answer was, of course, Karita. I wish I had some like sizzles to
How
play.
many people said Cavalry is Savarine?
Savarine was they brought the
a lot
coaxium.
of people got it. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Resistance. What is the name of the BB series astromech that accompanies Kaz? Is it BB-23, BB-8, CB-23, or CB-8?
Question brought to you by Choco. Answers brought to you by me. The answer was CB-23. Although we do see BB-8 sometimes rolling with Kaz.
What was the actor's name again that played Beckett, Tobias Beckett?
Woody Harrelson.
2-pointer. Rogue One. Who dies first? Did Baze Malbus die first, or did Bodhi Rook die first?
This is a doozy here.
Does anyone else feel like a Woody Harrelson is like a later evolution of Owen Wilson?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's similar vocal qualities. Just one is just
Yeah.
more aged. I don't know.
The answer was Bodhi. Look at this leaderboard. Very unique leaderboard.
Solo, what hand beats a full sabacc? Is it a full house? Is it a fool's flush? Is it the ace of spires? Or is it an idiot's array?
You'll know this if you follow Lando's journey. Because it's the only hand he got throughout everything. The answer is idiot's array.
Which it just a lot of people seem to get it all the time. It's like whenever you watch a movie and they're like the royal flush, and you're like, that's so rare. Like most people don't even get it in their life once. Why is it everything on every test? Double pointer. Solo. What fighting style does Dryden Voss train Kira in? Was she trained in Makashi, Jarkai, Terzkasi, or Makbara?
Got some calculated answers coming in. The answer, of course, was Terzkasi. She reveals
Makbara
this.
is actually the fighting style of the Klingons.
Yes.
Klingons use Makbara.
Oh, this leaderboard.
The other two are
awesome.
lightsaber fighting styles. Dual wielding, single wielding. Solo, which bounty hunter did Tobias Beckett kill? Did he kill Shay Vizsla, Aura Singh, Embo, or Ford Loam?
Forloam's gonna be your dewback.
Ford.
The answer was Aura Singh.
Yep, which Lando remarks upon. I owe you for killing Aura Singh. Beautiful points. Resistance. Who was the captain of the Warbird pirate gang? Was it Elric? Was it Flix? Was it Gore? Or was it Drell? I actually don't even know this one myself, so I'm going to do a real guess this time.
Oh.
Hey, I was right.
The answer was Gore. A lot of people thought it was Drell. You know, I mean, all of these answers could theoretically be the captain.
Yes. I just assumed that Drell was a reference to Mass Effect. That's the species of.
Yeah. But there is a Drell there.
Double point. The Mandalorian. What year was Grogu born? Was he born in 40 ABY, 41 BBY, 19 BBY, or 75 BBY? Of course, BBY is before Battle of Yavin, and ABY is after Battle of Yavin.
The answer, of course, was 41 BBY. With the Mandalorian taking place 9 ABY, he is 50.
And who does he share a birth year with?
Are you asking the chat?
Anyone that wants to answer. Chat's not.
I know.
Talking. Matt's Legos Films. Is that Matt Mellish? Matt's Lego Films. Are you Matt Mellish? If so, I would like to say hello to you. But yes, Master 2187 and Levi Bond got it correct. My personal question, yes. He shares the same birth year as Anakin.
I will give you guys a 10-second countdown for the next question because of this Anakin question or answer that was prompted. So 10 seconds left.
Okay. Well, I'll check out your stuff as well, Matt's Legos Films, because I like Legos and I like films. And you like Star Wars. Misa thinking we should be in friends.
What's up, B-Dubs 52?
Right. Double pointer resistance. What is the name of the ship that Jarek Yeager lends to Kaz for his first race? Was it the Speed Blitz, Kestrel's Dive, astral comet or fireball? That's the Skywalker.
The answer was fireball. Shout out to Into the Dark for Kestrel's dive. I don't know where the other two came from. We just made it up.
And Happer Jordan's in the house. Aaron Yeager.
Damn, look at that leaderboard. I think those are all new names.
Aside from Levi. Rogue One, finish this quote. The Force moves blank near a creature that's about to kill. Is it darkly, rapidly, violently, aggressively? Stardust M, I'm expecting you to get this.
The Force moves darkly near a creature that's about to kill. Said by Chirrut Imwe.
Yes. One of our favorite space husbands. The Mandalorian. What is the name of the bounty hunter who was hunting Fennec Shand? Is it Xian, IG-11, Toro, or Berg? Is that pronounced Xian? Maybe Xian.
I guess. I don't know if the writers were going for a Chinese pronunciation on that name. She's Twi'lek, though. The answer was Toro Calican.
You get this? In retrospect, this may be too difficult. Double pointer. Resistance. Which member of Kaz's crew defects to the First Order? Was it Niku? Was it Tora? Was it Tam? Or was it Hype?
Shout out to Emily in the chat. I'm not gonna lie, joined mainly to test my Rogue One knowledge. I mean, I'm pretty sure you know a lot more than most people with Rogue One. The answer.
I know she knows more than most people.
Shaking my head. Fine, I'll watch Resistance. The answer was Tam, of course. Murashani Slimo makes it into the top 5.
Double points. The Mandalorian. What is the very first planet seen in the show? Is it Arvala 7? Is it Ord Mantell? Is it Maldo Kreese? Is it Navarro? If you guys aren't already following Emily, please do. She's great. She's Stardust M on TikTok. Always great content.
The answer.
And I can't wait till Andor comes out, just because I know I'm gonna get some quality content. Like, yeah. I'm excited for it.
The answer was Maldo Kreese. Wow. Not a lot of people got that one.
Double points. Rogue One. What was Jyn Erso's alias when she was arrested? Was it Sana Staros? Was it Lyanna Halleck? Was it Tanith Ponta? Or was it Lyra Rallick?
Matt's Lego Films, you would have to have joined the Kahoot at the very beginning. You cannot drop in. The answer was Lyanna Halleck. And now, Tanith Ponta and Lyra Rallick were in fact aliases Jyn used. She was Lyanna Halleck when she was arrested.
Yes. Which I always quote just because the guy comes in and yells, Lyanna Halleck! He says it weird, and I just always think about it.
Brooke says, I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this because of Emily. Yeah, maybe.
Rogue One, finish the quote. That Star Destroyer is it damaged, huge, dangerous, disabled?
I'm thinking about like That Star Destroyer is huge. The answer is disabled. It's a pretty nondescript or nonchalant dialogue. Where's it from?
It got memed quite a bit. So yes.
Wow.
The Mandalorian. What planet was Din Djarin originally going to leave Grogu on in the care of Omira? Was that Lothal, Morak, Sorgan, or Arvarla 7?
I answered this in our discussion earlier. Wink, wink, hint, hint. The answer was Sorgan. Not like sorghum, right?
Matt's Lego Films would be killing it if he was in. I'm seeing these answers.
Yeah.
Connor, I broke my Alexa now as well.
Ooh, we got some new names in the leaderboard. Very nice.
All right, The Mandalorian. What chapter does Ahsoka appear in? Chapter 13, Chapter 14, Chapter 8, or Chapter 11?
This is a good one. You thought you were going to see some chapter names?
Nah, that would give it away for sure. We all know the episode was called The Jedi.
Chapter 13, The Jedi. Yeah, I can't math. Oh, man.
Solo. Who was originally the pilot in Tobias Beckett's crew? Was it Cordova? Was it Grease? Was it Rio? Or was it Eno?
Who was the originally pilot? Dang it. Need to test. The answer was Rio.
Rio Durant.
And the names Eno Cordova are Jedi Master from Fallen Order and Dark Temple.
Yes. As well as the other one, Grease, was also from Fallen Order.
When Eno Cordova is two of the options. Exactly.
Resistance. On which planet does the Warbird pirate gang hunt the Jakusk? Celsor 3, Cedrus Minor, Arvala 7, or Dakar? Connor, I'm sorry if you actually broke your stuff.
The answer was Celsor 3. And in fact, the Resistance does make it to Dakar by the end, but nope, this was the icy planet with the manta ray Jakusk.
Yes. We have Levi Bond doing his best Vader impression.
No. A misclick, or you didn't know. Come on, Levi.
Quiz. Rogue One. What will know the truth? Is it Dianoga, Borgullet, Brizak, or Ibtis Maw? What will know the truth?
Also, the answer was Borgullet. Borgullet will know the truth. Tech also confirmed that it was a Dianoga in that episode and not the Ibtis Maw.
Yeah. I thought it was a small Ibtis Maw. I was wrong. It didn't look like... I don't know. Rogue One. Of the following, which are projects found in the archives at the Citadel? Black Saber, Stellar Sphere, Nox Aurora, and Crystal Prism. what are some of the projects that were found in the archives? Obviously, we left Stardust off.
Yes. The answers, of course, was Black Saber and Stellar Sphere. Nox Aurora was Pax Aurora, and Crystal Prism. I forget what was the correct prism, but it was definitely something prism. Tricky question. Great job to the 12 that got the 2 answers. Okay.
Solo. Tobias Beckett wants to retire to blank and learn the blank. Was it Glee Ansem and Valicorn? Was it Nar Shaddaa and Balaxin? Was it Ord Mantell and Jizz? Was it Naboo and Cluehorn?
I like how Beckett says this planet, like when Fisto says Gliansum, and he has like the Sawyer Montreal approach to it. I'm gonna retire to Gliansum and learn the Valicord. Okay.
Cal, that actually was me, and I didn't even look at where I clicked. I really do click randomly. Double points. The Mandalorian. What city did Ahsoka face off against Morgan Elsbeth? Caladan, Tatooine, Morak, Corvus.
This has been a question before. I thought I saw a pussycat. The city
Clearly
is
you're not Batman,
Caladan
then.
City. The planet is Corvus. I apologize if you got tricked by that vernacular or language, but that was the point of the question. I'm sorry. Moving on.
The Mandalorian. What clan sigil were the Mandalorians wearing when they saved Din Djarin? Was it Cast, Kryze, Vizsla, or Rook?
Y'all are mean. I'm sorry, Haley.
I always tell people I don't know if things are hard or not. Like I just know it or I don't know it. I don't know. I don't know what a hard question is.
Although that was I intentionally do that question just to create the knowledge base in everyone's mind and the distinction between Corvus and Caladan.
Yeah.
The answer was I forget what that question was.
That was the sigil of who saved
Vizsla.
Din Djarin.
Right.
Which is House Vizsla, which is what the sigil that Death Watch used. Solo. Who commands the Den of the White Worms? Is it Gardula? Is it Lady Proxima? Is it Lady Carice Syndian? Or is it Infus Nest? Matt's Legos films, you are not doing worse.
The answer was Lady Proxima. Ooh, Wrecker fans making it up there.
Brooke has the correct response. Lady Carice, boo. Rogue One. Why was Jeddah not entirely destroyed by the Death Star? Is it not enough crystals? It was incomplete? It was out of range? Or was it a single reactor ignition?
I think this is a gimme.
I was trying to keep a straight face. Like, one of these is oddly more specific than the rest of them.
I know. Everyone's like, oh, not enough crystals. Wasn't complete. Out of range. No. Single reactor ignition. In a world. Yeah.
Rogue One. What was Galen Erso's nickname for Jin? Was it Kyber, Stardust, Angel, or Pixie?
Shout out to Emily in the chat. Probably knows this.
Straight. You didn't call her Emily before.
The answer was Stardust, and thank you, Travis Tui, for finding that lightsaber, joining Squadron 7 and the sub. That one's too easy? Oh, well, damn.
We'll make it harder next time.
Yes. Just wait until the final quiz, people. If y'all think we're mean now.
Double points. Solo. What is the model land speeder that Han and Kira steal on Corellia? Was it an A4B? Was it a VCX 1000? Was it an M68? Or was it a T16? I don't know it, so I'm going to guess as well. And I was wrong. Damn it.
It was an M68. The VCX 1000 is the model for the Ghost ship, and the model that on gambles against the Millennium Falcon. The AA4B is something else, and the T16 is a Skyhopper.
Yeah. Oddly enough, they modeled it after a 1977 Ford Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
Double pointer. Resistance. What was the name of the First Order trooper in all gold? Was he Gamma, Higher, Phasma, or Cardinal?
The mix is refreshing. I appreciate not guessing on all of them. You don't give yourself enough credit, Haley. The answer was Pyre.
Well done, Matt's Lego Films.
Last one.
Final question. Resistance. What was the name of the outpost Kaz is stationed on? Was it the Juggernaut? Was it the Gladiator? Was it the Colossus? Or was it Fortress?
I answered this as well earlier.
We did. By the way, there was actually less resistance questions than any other topic.
Yeah, the answer was Colossus. And as we were discussing earlier in the show, talking about resistance, trying to get people to watch it, I was like, hey, the show got better when the Colossus left that place and started exploring. Okie dokie, let's see who qualified for the final quiz. We have... Did Haber Jordan already qualify?
No. No, not to my knowledge.
So we have Shivi. I'm going to have to look at the... Why don't you engage while I look up the...
Absolutely. And
the reports.
But I will say, yeah, I Gray and Haber Jordan had not qualified before, but that was a great quiz. I apologize if it was too hard, and I think after all of this is said and done, we can probably make some of these quizzes available so that you can test your friends and make them mad. But no, I asked a question before. I want to learn how to do impressions. How to do. Who should I learn? And whoever you tell me, I will do a legit impression of next week on Dyad. So who am I doing? And let's see here. Master 2187 says Darth Porkins was 7th, so he'd qualify.
Let's take a look. 1, 2,
possibly.
3, 4, 5.
Emily says, mini solo Rogue One watches did me well on this. Awesome. Gray says, yeah, Lady Cindian is awful. We don't like her.
Okay.
X-Core Gamer Skills wants me to do Young Luke. I'm also getting Thrawn. Logbrand says Jabba the Hutt. Levi says Tan Devo. Matt's Lego Film says, let's see if you can do Anakin better than Theory. Let's see here.
All right. So the qualifiers, or the people who qualified for the last qualifier for the Dyad Trivia: Gray, Haberjordan or Haberdashery, Wrecker Fan, Shivi Nix, Darth Porkins. Do you have Wrecker Fan and Shivi Nix on Discord in the public server at all?
I do not. But Wrecker Fan and Shivi, you can message me. There's been a couple people who have qualified who have messaged me directly on Instagram, so I can have a way to communicate with you. We will be letting you know the date and time of the final test. Emma's Wrecker Fan. Awesome. Yeah, we'll be giving you the date and time of the final test, and then it will be up to you guys to show up. We will need you at that point to join the public server, because that's the only place we will be showing off the code to enter. Because it's, we don't want random people to join. But yeah, the winner of that will get the lightsaber.
Shivi Nix, you can also go to my website, seventhelement.net. I will link it. Click the Discord button to join the Discord. And get yourself into the public server. And that will be your chance to join the final quiz. Congratulations again to Gray, Haberjordan, Wrecker Fan or Emily, Shivi Nix, and Darth Porkins for qualifying. That will do it for the Dyad Trivia Tournament. Let me revisit who exactly is qualified for the entire tournament. We have X-Core Gamer Skills, Char J, Saint Pat, Levi, Tommy P, Kivu Kiran. Let me put this back on. Cad Bane, Kenny Brock John, Ozzy 23, Julia Christine, Darth Silas, B Dazzler, Master 2187, Mentally Ill Sith Lord, Nicolaus 2307, Guardian of the Wills, Ace Arcanine, Empress Sawyer, Corellia Coffee Works, Holy Star Wars, Hereth Productions, Star Wars Lawyer, Austin, Arya L, Fern, Sleepy Savior, SK Base, This Justin, Gray, Haberjordan, Wrecker Fan or Emily, Shivi Nix, Darth Porkins. Congratulations, guys. It's gonna be a stacked tournament. Have we decided whether or not it's gonna be team-based for the first couple of things? Or are we still kind of rummaging around the whole, like, how we're going to throw down in the first couple? Because we do need to kind of like cull the herd a little bit going on to like the finals.
Okay. So I mean, just so you guys know, there will be no qualifier next week. But yeah, we will communicate any and everything necessary. If Harith asks, is it round based? If it is, it will be short. We don't want to pull out too far, and some of it will be based off of Master Allen's availability, because we do want him to make sure that he is available for it. But yes, it's going to be really exciting. And yeah, I think you guys are all gonna kick butt. Everyone has their own specialties that they know very well, and oh, I can't wait.
Okie dokie, it's time to wrap things up. We are out of severe time. We're severely out of time. Shout out once again to Cal4, Kieran, Bar, Emily, or Stardust M, Gray, Dawn of the Gray on TikTok, Stardust M on TikTok, Harith Productions, Habert Jordan, Levi Bond, Log Branch, Masa Master 2187, Matt's Lego Films, Shivi Nix, and everybody else who, tuned in for this show. Thank you so much. I would also
like to real quick say, Jordan, I'm going to beat you in Smash Brothers next time we play Habit Jordan. He also streams on Twitch, so you can definitely follow him. But yes, that is all. On to the next one.
For Light in Life.
We are all the Republic.
And may the Force be with you.